All right, that one was kind of a fun little segment that we went through. I think this next area you're going to really like. What we're going to do now is we're going to actually talk a little bit about ourselves and try to figure out what gets us up in the morning. What do we do every day to get us motivated to get out of bed? How do we get that right type of energy level that we need in order to really go after our dreams and our passions? Because I think when we look at our dreams and our passions, sometimes we get a little lost and a little out of focus on what we're really trying to accomplish. So this is called the self-assessment, Things About Me worksheet. And you all have the worksheet in front of you. What I'd like you to do is take just a minute to review that and see some of the questions that are involved, because now we just want to go through some of the areas that we can, first and foremost, help you build your confidence and your self-esteem in you. What makes you so excited about getting up every day? That's one of the things we're going to be doing, is putting together a fantastic way of building your confidence so that you can feel like you can go out and accomplish pretty much anything. So the first area that we want to look at is, well, what if there was a way that we could know what really makes you tick, what really provides you with your strengths, and we'll also assess where your weaknesses are, because we got to know what both areas are and how they come together. But really, what gets you out of bed every morning, and how can we together boost your confidence today so that you can feel like you can accomplish anything that you want to? So that's our goal here in the next few minutes. You're gonna love that picture. When you think about success, you just think about, okay, I'm gonna go achieve success. I'm gonna find out exactly what success feels like. Well, what if there was a way that we could actually drill down a little bit farther to the very core of what your true passions in life are? What really makes you fully understand life? More importantly, what gets you excited? What are your passions? I mean, when we're talking about business, we got to figure out what's passion, or where our passions are, and what our passions resonate to. And then obviously we want to talk about giving you the road to success. So just a few rules. I just want you to be as honest as you can. I want you to write whatever comes to mind, and whatever comes to mind is the first thing that's usually the best answer. Just don't overthink this exercise. A lot of people want to just think about 14 different ways of answering the question. Just answer it the first thing that comes to your mind, and don't overthink it, because your first response is usually the best one. Then what I would also like you to do is to start looking for patterns. And as you're looking for patterns, you'll really understand how this system is going to be powerful for you. So 5 things is the first area. 5 things, I want you to list at least 5 things that you're good at or that you like to do. Then I want you to list 5 things that you're not good at, or 5 things you don't like to do. Now we'll take some time in just a minute to go through all these. The next area is 3 things. I want you to think about 3 products or services that would make your personal life better. I'd like you to think of 3 products or services that would make your business life even better. And then I want you to list 3 things that you enjoy about your work. And I want you to find 3 things. If you're struggling for that, I still want you to find the 3 things. So make sure you do that. And then really 3 things that you dislike about the things that you do every day at work. So if people were to ask you, what do you do? What would be your answer? How would you explain that? Are you a jack of all trades and master of none? Or are you pretty focused on what you do every day? So think about what your answer is. When people tell you what they like most about you, what would you say? That's an interesting one. That's from your perspective only. How would you respond to this question? Did you see this here? Some people like the fact that you finish the sentence. Now the next area, other than your main occupation, list any other talents or skills that you have and whether or not you excel at them. I'm not interested in finding out if you excel at it. I just want to know what you think your other talents and skills are. And I want you to answer the question, what do you want more of? And then List 3 things that you would like to see improved on or changed about your community. Now here's where we start to think about what would actually make a difference in your community. And you could be the catalyst. You could be the one that could make that difference. Then I want you to write down 3 things that you would like to change about yourself. What is it that you think of that you'd like to actually change? And then if the world were perfect, what would your world look like and what would it include? Okay, now since we're talking about entrepreneurship and we're talking about starting a business, I'd like you to start considering what are the top 5 reasons why you want to go into business for yourself? You know, is it money? Is it freedom? Is it being away from that oppressive boss? Is it you feel like you have a product or a service that can change the world? Or is it just that you want to go out and have fun and maybe it's all of the above combined? But I want you to write down those 5 top reasons why you want to go into business for yourself. Now, as we go through this, we're going to be together as teams to figure out some interaction points, how we can talk about these different things that and you don't have to share your responses if you don't want to, but I want to open it up so that we can actually get some feedback from some of our peers. We'll come back in just a minute, and then we'll figure out what that'll be. How can you implement your newfound criteria? That's the next thing we want to look at. Well, we obviously want to make sure that we have the right plan put in place, but did you learn anything? Did you learn anything about yourself? As you think about this little self-assessment, are you actually thinking about how you can learn something new about you? Then also the last couple of things here is take some time to review and assess where you are. Now keep in mind that this isn't just a one-time exercise. I do this a lot with myself, with my staff, even with my family. Take some time to review what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can progress to becoming a better person, to developing new qualities, and to help you win and succeed at all that you do. That's what we're after. That's our main point that we're trying to get to here today. So keep going through the exercise and we'll come back to that in just a minute.